So what if I told you that you have all that it takes to acquire the relationships that you want, the lifestyle that you want, and also, of course, the career of your dreams? So in this video, I'll be uncovering a few steps that I've used to transition from broke, unsatisfied, and unfulfilled from loveless relationships to a place where I am more at peace. I have a career that I love and a lifestyle that I can definitely enjoy more. Now, I've been a banker for over 10 years and it's all I knew. It's kind of like something that I just fell into after getting my associates. I started out with my associates and then it transitioned. I was a junior accountant and then I transitioned into a full-time retail banker, and it took me a while to see that this position was not for me, and it led me to actually job hopping a few times, not a whole lot, but a few times, until I realized that this was not what I wanted for myself. This work was not fulfilling me. I wasn't able to. One thing that was important for me was that I wanted to be able to help others. I saw so many people in need, and because of policies or procedures that the company has, it ends up the customer ends up getting screwed royally. You know what I mean? So, and this is the main thing that made me realize that, listen, this is not right. This is not adding up. It doesn't feel right. And it wasn't even paying that much. So these steps can actually be used as it relates to your career, your finances, your personal relationships, and your lifestyle. The first thing I want to touch on, of course, is you doing some inner work. Now, everybody is not the same. I get that. I'm only here to tell you about what worked for me. I grew up on Christian faith and I believe in prayer. I believe in God and I believe in Jesus Christ. And every single time, I kid you not, like if I pray about something, when I pray about something and I believe with faith, I receive. Now, listen, if it is that you want to meditate, if it is that you want to go affirmations, whether you have a different religious background or you have faith in something else, that's completely fine. I believe, however, that faith allows you to connect to your inner being and also to create using your own energy that God has given you. So the first thing I did was I found a church that I knew that I felt comfortable worshiping in, or I knew that I could get some kind of encouragement. And so along with reading motivational books, self-help books, one that's very good is Atomic Habits. I think by James Clear. Really good book. I advise you guys to check that out. So reading, fasting, praying, if that's your thing, meditating, right? That really helps you to connect to your inner being. It's very important. It creates a foundation, a solid base as to getting your mental clear as to where you're trying to go, where you are, and where you're trying to go is very important. Step number 2 is, of course, getting your finances straight, or rather your expenses, at least for 3 months. Now, what I actually did was I had credit card debt, so I ended up paying off those credit card debts, and knowing that I was debt free and having access to funds if I actually needed it gave me a sense of security. I mean, it's a false sense of security, but of course, during that time when I wanted to transition from the job that I was in to something that was better, something that was paying me more, that fills me up, that is something that is purposeful. So I knew that I'm going to need time to actually find the right fit. So I gave myself that time by making sure that my expenses would be covered for at least 3 months, 2 to 3 months, while I was still looking for something else. Now, this is my approach. I understand that people can actually look for jobs while they're still working, but personally for me that does not work, because what it does is being so connected to work or my current job, it means that there is room for I don't have a lot of room for clarity, and this is just me. I'm not sure if this happens to anybody else. It doesn't give me a lot of time, a lot of clarity as to what I'm looking for in the other job. Instead, I feel like I'm just more focused on leaving that job, if it is that I'm in the job and actually looking for another job, if that makes sense. So when I'm able to detach from a job and actually get clear on what I'm looking for in my new job, this will give me a clear perspective and know what to look for when job offers come knocking, right? It's not something out of desperation to move from the situation that I'm currently in. Which brings me to my next point is, do not be forced to just pick any job because now you're not working, or maybe you want to just jump on something else because you know your expenses are coming up. I deliberately took my time and I deliberately interviewed those interviewers. So I was asking questions, I was doing my research, and I was, of course, doing my budget to see what my expenses should look like, or what I should be able to afford based on my qualifications, based on what the job pays. And this gave me leverage as to knowing how to negotiate my salary, knowing what to expect. I already knew what I was able to afford going into this job, what it's going to take from me, what kind of lifestyle this job was going to help me to afford. And this actually helped me to get into the interview prepared and clear as to what I'm about and what we are doing. My final tip for you guys is to be honest with yourself. Analyze where you are and be willing to put the work in or the effort necessary to get to where you want to go. There's no such thing as a free lunch, and there's no such thing as being lucky. Luck comes when you are prepared and you are actually offered an opportunity. But if you're not prepared and you get the opportunity, it's just going to pass you by. I've seen that happen to many people, and it has personally happened to me. So being prepared is where you actually have to put the work in. And listen, that's just how it is. So please let me know if this video helped you guys in any way, and please let me know if you have any questions or if you like these types of videos. I'd be happy to make more. And don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and get your girl to at least 1,000K. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.